safe over the settle for one. Wanted two. I think sent back Uzair by the captain Mehboob. Joined in the commentary box by Shah Faisal. Shah, what do you think about how the Bangladesh Quicks have gone about the task?
Very impressive indeed. And you're right on cue talking about the length. Another half an opportunity created by that fuller length. Batters who've got themselves in a hole looking to break free, and that fuller length will tempt them. But lucky it just landed out of the reach of those two fielders at point and cover. Slip in a gully in place.
Well, the line does need some working upon. Al Fahad has actually tried to bowl the effort ball. And this is not the first time that when he's tried to bowl the effort ball, he's become a little wayward. The radar's taken him down leg side. But really, this is a question that begs asking. One, of course, the fact that the effort that the ACC's put in for these age group tournaments. You've got the under-19 tournament, there's the emerging nations, and then the Asia Cup. So I think there's a fantastic progression that you've got age group cricket being organized at this level. That's allowing sides to showcase their youth talent at an international level.
You're absolutely spot on. This is a huge platform for these youngsters, and in years to come, we'll see many of them will make the grade. We've seen enough talent, and even the associate countries of this region, they're rich with talent, natural ability. All they needed is that platform, and ACC is providing that. And not just talking about the boys, also the girls as well. Under 19 Women's Asia Cup is coming as well.
Yes.
So there's plenty of opportunities being created by ACC, and full marks to them for the efforts they're making.
As that's coming up in December, the under-19 Women's Asia Cup, Malaysia.
And talking about the progression of the game in this region, Bangladesh is the defending champion, but not to forget UAE, of the last edition. That is a testament to what ACC is actually trying to do.
Absolutely, Faisal. Look back at who were the sides they beat in the semi-finals. Remember, Bangladesh side got the better of India. You had UAE getting the better of Pakistan to make it through to the final. So again, there's quality there on display without a doubt.
This time we've got Japan in the event as well. Would have thought Japan will make it to the top 8 Asian cricket teams.
Would carry on that occasion. Yes, there's Japan, Nepal, of course, anyway, have been showing that they belong. They've been getting better with every outing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the progression of the game in this region is largely because of these efforts. You want to be inclusive. You want to include the countries that you normally don't associate with cricket.
Look at that.
There you go. It's the Group B fixtures. All the 4 teams are in action today. Sri Lanka, Nepal are down at Sharjah, and Japan is in Group A. And what a huge, humongous opportunity for them to play against the likes of Pakistan and India, and the finalist of the last event, UAE. Wow.
Credit there, credit where it's due. Credit to the Bangladesh bowlers as well. Really, the length, we talked about it, that's what we started our stint with, the length that the bowlers have kept. And I'm very impressed, Faisal, with just the quality of fast bowlers that Bangladesh are producing in recent times. You look back, when you talk about the fact that right from the times you got Taskin Ahmed come in and bowl, then you have Shariful, the left armer, who's got the height and pace on the senior side, Naid Rana working up, cranking up the pace. And now you look at these youngsters. We saw what Maroof could do, we're seeing what Al Fahad can do. I think this is a huge change, what we're seeing in Bangladesh cricket, the fast bowlers coming through.
That is a cultural change. And another credit may go to Alan Donald. We come back and talk about it, but the fast bowling resources at the hands of Bangladesh, 8 gone. Afghanistan, 24 none.
ये मेरे बराबरी का है ही नहीं, ये भी मेरे लेवल की ही नहीं।
अगर बराबरी के प्लेयर्स चाहिए तो एमपीएल रमी पे आइए। यहाँ गेम में नो मिसमैचिंग, मिलेगा फुल एक्शन और बड़ी विनिंग्स। एमपीएल रमी, जीतते रहो।
इस खेल में आदत लगना या आर्थिक जोखिम संभव है। जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
Do you have a graphic?
This is the left armer we were talking about. He's impressed, Maruf Farmida. And remember, age group cricket, we're talking about the under-19 Men's Asia Cup. It's being televised as well. So that's another huge step up where one part is for a youngster to come in and perform. But then when you're performing and an audience is watching on live TV, it's being beamed to households across the region, across the world. That really makes you that household name. So by the time you get to the senior level, you're no longer an unknown commodity. You're a known brand.
And when you say televised, it's actually run all major cricketing nations. This broadcast is going and these games being televised and live streamed as well. So there's humongous reach for this tournament. And that can only be better for these players as well, because they're getting used to playing under pressure. They know that they've been watched all over the world. In fact, our co-commentator Shamim Chaudhry, one of his friends called from United States, he was tuned in.
Oh, this could be a wicket. It's been taken. That's a sharp catch. And Maruf can finally taste success and reap rewards for a very nagging line that he'd been bowling. It's a good catch taken. Shihab diving full length, got to the ball, and Nuzarullah will have to go back.
It's just held up a little, it felt. He just checked his stroke. And good ground coverage and excellent dive. Also very good technique. He took the catch and hold on to it as his elbows hit the ground. Niazi will have to walk back. A sluggish innings from the right-hander. He's gone for 8. Afghanistan 21 for 1.
टिप चाहिए, पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ. कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, सेफ रहेगा और मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा. अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ. सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र.
अरे आई हैव टू लीव. बैंक में एक छोटा सा काम है.
अरे भाई साहब, आजकल छोटे छोटे काम के लिए बैंक कौन जाता है?
मैं. You have any problem?
भाई मुझे नहीं, आपको बार बार बैंक जाना पड़ता है ना. अब हम जहाँ बैंक वहाँ. IDFC फर्स्ट बैंक होगा
तो मोर मिलेगा.
We on strike. First wicket going down to 21 on the board. I think that's what is required. The ball did hold up a tad, but I think a lot of times the bowler needs the support from the fielders as well. And you saw that support come in with that catch taken by Shahab James. Oh, is the clear call. And why I say that catch was special, and you pointed it out as well, Faisal. He was diving onto the adjacent, pitches on the square. So that's a hard surface. When you're going to be landing, at times the ball can bob out of your hands. Take another look at it again.
Absolutely, these surfaces are very hard. And that is where I feel the technique was handy as he grazed along with his elbows. No hard impact on the ground. That meant that the ball will stay lodged in his hands. That's excellent technique. Also, the anticipation was good. That was the first part. But the actual dive and catch, absolutely top-notch.
A lot resting on this young man's shoulders. Faisal was the man in form in that recent tri-series. Pakistan, Afghanistan and the UAE. He's going to be off the mark now with the first runs off the bat. In fact, it's going to go for 4. So Faisal opens his account to the boundary. Got 200s in that tri-series. Highest of 156, was one of the top scorers. He's on his way here.
Yeah, wrong line. Went for that in-swinger, Maruf. Straight in line, and Faisal was good enough to get something on it. Fielder at fine leg was pretty wide. Couldn't come around, and a handy boundary. Afghanistan desperately needs some sort of momentum into their innings in face of some excellent seam bowling from the Bangladesh new ball bowlers. Immaculately back on target, angling it across. The best feature about Maruf's bowling is that he's been angling the ball across and then also been able to swing the ball in. 9 done. Afghanistan 25 for 1.
ये मेरे बराबरी का है ही नहीं. ये भी मेरे लेवल की ही नहीं.
अगर बराबरी के प्लेयर्स चाहिए तो एमपीएल रमी पे आइए। यहाँ गेम में नो मिसमैचिंग, मिलेगा फुल एक्शन और बड़ी विनिंग्स। एमपीएल रमी, जीतते रहो।
इस खेल में आदत लगना या आर्थिक जोखिम संभव है, जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
Hamza Ali, well, all right, you did your job in the field. Now you can take it easy. Well, not the batters out there in the middle. Mahbub, the captain's out there. Faisal, the keeper's caught a sight of himself on the screen. Yes, he had a little wry smile in his face. Hamza Ali, Khil. That's been the problem. Iqbal starting his spell. Starts off with a wide. That's been the problem for the two right-arm pace bowlers. To the right-hander, trying to put in the effort ball, just spraying it down the leg side.
Yeah, like we were saying in the morning, this grass on the pitch has really excited these fast bowlers. And really want to make a mark. But we've found out throughout the day, the best bowlers have been the ones who've been consistently hitting good areas. And Iman, Iqbal, he'll find that out very quickly.
Another wide. But prior to this over, it had been a tidy start to proceedings for Bangladesh. You'll have to say that, because the two new ball bowlers pretty much kept things very tight. Afghanistan haven't really scored many. 37 dot balls in 9 overs. That's not bad at all. That's over 6 overs being bowled in dot deliveries.
Yeah, that's always the challenge for the third and fourth bowlers, to come in and keep the pressure that was built. That's in a way, from a batting point of view, Niazi would feel a bit disappointed, because he would have realized the change was imminent.
Yeah.
Just wait and see if the next two bowlers are as good or as consistent. But unfortunately had to depart. And this is where Mahbub, who's used up 32 deliveries, he could be crucial, because if there is any lack of discipline from third and fourth bowlers from Bangladesh, he's in the best position to capitalize on it.
Some movement behind the bowler's arm, which is why a little hold up and play. Right, back at it. Mahbub Khan, he's the captain as well, so he's got to now lead from the front in that tri-series that we're talking about between Pakistan, Afghanistan and the UAE. Got a century and a half century, close to 200 plus runs in that tri-series.
They were very good in that series. They lost only one group game against Pakistan. They won a group game out of the double league format, and then also went on to win the final after a tight contest. That must have given them a lot of confidence coming into this tournament. They're in the middle of a dogfight here.
Without doubt, this is not going to be easy. When you look back at the last 5 years in the senior format as well, day games, only 6 times side batting first has won. 12 have been won by the sides chasing. So you'd favor the side chasing in a day game here at this venue. But I think Bangladesh did well with the bat to get to 228. And I think the discipline that they've shown in the bowling, if they can sustain this, it's not going to be an easy run chase.
Not at all. And the traditional strength of Bangladesh bowling spinners, we haven't seen any spin in action. So if a couple of their spinners bowl as well as the two seamers have done, those 229 will look a huge total. It's pretty good as it is, but if Bangladesh are on the ball, they would really make it difficult for Afghanistan. Some of these faces already, you can see tension may be building. Afghanistan generally like to attack. They're a free-flowing brand of cricket. That's what their nature is. That's why they built in like that. And once you put them under pressure, let's see how they respond and gain the upper hand.
They haven't got the explosive start today, that's for sure. Last over of the power play. There'll be runs here, at least a couple. It may not run away to the fence, but 2 quite easily. For 367 runs for this young batter.
Yeah, not to undermine that event, but this is the real deal.
Yeah.
And it carries a different sort of pressure. This venue as well, very imposing for these youngsters. And these little things there, they do add up. And the coverage, like we just mentioned, it's been televised all over the world. So yeah, that's the real deal. That's a different kind of pressure that these youngsters will have to overcome to get some sort of momentum into that innings.
Spot on. But then they say it's the pressure that turns coal into diamonds. So that's when you really show the world you belong. And again, you get a feeling that he wants to cramp the batters up for room, which is what he's managed to do over the last first couple of deliveries in the over. But he's got only just that square leg fielder, the square leg umpire, and a fielder at mid wicket. Push in the mid on now. He's just got 3 on the leg side at the moment. And when you're angling the ball into the left hand, and now there'll be the 4th fielder coming in at mid on. So 4 now on the leg side. That angle, he'll have to be very careful. Doesn't go for runs. That's better. That's a much better line to start off with and then angle the ball in. End of the over, the power play has come to an end. And Afghanistan, after 10 overs, are 30 for 1 in the run chase.
ये आ गया आपका नया बिरला ऑफिस पेंट
नया इंटीरियर पेंट नॉट स्मार्ट एट ऑल विकी वो खरीदो जो सब खरीदते हैं
शुक्ला जी नया बिरला ओपस पेंट्स 15% ज्यादा कवरेज देता है
नहीं दिमाग मत लगाओ वो लगाओ जो सब लगाते हैं
नया बिरला ओपस 10% फ्री पेंट देता है देखो
वो लगाओ जो सब लगा
इनको जमाने से पीछे चलने दो आप चुनो नया बिरला ओपस पेंट्स
ইন্ডিয়া গেট আনুনি আরে বাবা চ্যাটার্জি বাড়ির একটা মান সম্মান আছে তো
একমাত্র ইন্ডিয়া গেট দেয় কোয়ালিটি আর কনসিস্টেন্সি ইন্ডিয়া গেট বাসমতি মানে টেস্ট আর কোয়ালিটির গ্যারান্টি
Number 34 for 1 after 10. Rather, Bangladesh were and Afghanistan are 30 for 1. You're talking about the angle that was being bowled in the last over with protection of 4 fielders on the onside. Slightly different now. He's found the gap. Played it late. There was protection behind square, but he threaded the needle. Mehboob, he needed that boundary. Breaks the shackles, the Afghan skipper.
Very cleverly played. And played for 4. Take another look at this. Now he's just got the angle. He's opened the face of the bat just enough to beat the gully fielder and also get it past that backward point fielder for 4. So very well played in the end by Mehboob Khan, the captain.
Excellent placement. Maroof's angle will give him the room, but so far up until that point, Maroof's length had been immaculate. It's very difficult to do that to this ball now because it's slightly fuller, just a yard fuller. You can't go onto that back foot and play it late and use the pace of the ball. It's a good comeback from Maroof.
Incredible. Just the way we've seen Bangladesh produce these quality young fast bowlers. It's a paradigm shift. You know, we've always known Afghanistan produce some great cricketers. We've known Pakistan produce some fantastic quicks. But to see that happening from Bangladesh over the last few years consistently, I think that shows a paradigm shift.
There's been a lot of talk. Bangladesh has been very successful at home with the conditions that they really suited their spin bowlers. But recently they beat Pakistan in 2 test matches back to back. And the pace bowling came to the fore. We just mentioned they got a group of fast bowlers as opposed to an odd fast bowler that they had previously. And then the workload issues will come in and injuries will follow. Other than Mushrafi Murtaza, no, many of the fast bowlers could have a sustained long career. But now the group of fast bowlers they have, they really don't have to rely on one. They can watch a quick single, but they can easily do the the workload management now that they've got a group of fast bowlers, and these two youngsters, three actually now, they've really impressed.
Absolutely. You know, when you get a strike bowler, you want to use him as a strike bowler, not a stock bowler who's bowling, you know, in days cricket, those 25, 30 overs in a day. You might just use him for about 18 or 20 and still get the kind of result you want from him in short bursts.
Absolutely, because you can't buy pace. So if you got someone who bowls 150, you've got to wrap him in cotton wool.
Change of angle here for Maruf. I wonder if that boundary had anything to do with it, because after being struck for 4, he just wants to cut the angle down. Maybe just force the batsman to try and do something different than work the angle and get the runs.
It is a little mind game going on between the batter and the bowler, and even the non-striker is getting into it. Faisal, earlier in the over, in Pashto, he was calling Mehboob, play straight, play straight. So don't be tempted by that angle and don't use the angle face.
Change of game plan. That was the game plan. To bowl a little short. They had two fielders back at the boundary rope at fine leg and at deep backward square. Gets a single there, and that'll end over number 11. It's 36 for 1.
गुलाब और गेंदे के फूल लेते आना।
What? और 5 डजन मिट्टी के दिए।
समझे, Mr. NRI?
Yup, I got it. With Galaxy AI on my S24 Ultra. What will you Galaxy AI today?
.45 for Nepal, and now in reply, Nepal 70 for 1 in the 19th over. In the hunt.
Game on.
Yes.
Very much so. It's exactly what we were talking just a while ago, the competition, the competitiveness. Nicely punched in the gap. Will come back for the second. Better throw might have tested him